All right, here we are. We're to the finals of the Lawless Cup, the Drama Cup, whatever you want to call this cup. It's here for fun. Let's make the final finale here a little bit more fun.
Woo!
It's going to be what? Gruber Gang versus Global Breakout? Or what do we call them? Are we calling them Gruber Gang?
GG, Gruber Gang. Yeah. Pick your favorite.
Okay, it'll be Gruber Gang. Should be getting queued up here any second now. Just checking with the players, making sure they are all ready. But what are your predictions for this? We've seen everybody but Gruber Gang so far.
Well, they are obviously good enough to get themselves to the finals. So I've got to think that they've got some skill on them. So I will say I think Gruber Gang. I wanna support a team that I have absolutely no background or history on because it's even more fun that way. What do you
Is
think,
it,
Bianco?
is it more fun? I mean, I've seen plenty of what Gruber Gang could do
Hmm.
individually in the past,
Hmm.
but as a team, we'll see. But Global Breakout, I think they've got what it takes to be the nastiest team out there, the banditos of the bunch.
Hmm. Hey, it could work. Definitely got some very solid fraggers on their team, but if GG is as good as you're saying, then it could be a case of we might just have a bunch of 1v1s happening across the maps or across the map, multiple different situations, and it'll just be really a matter of who can get the best trades and then potentially even refrag for their team. So even in the chaos of a lawless environment, having your battle buddy to support you as you push into a room can literally turn the tide.
Yeah, right now we're just waiting, apparently, on just one member of BG to get back in. Just hearing that it's Sachi is apparently gone AFK. So once that's taken care of, we'll be good to go. Yeah, heck.
Alrighty.
All right, so lay us down a sick beat then, if you're willing to do so.
Uh, as long as you promise to beatbox it, or as long as you promise to rap over it.
No,
Well, I'm sorry,
I,
bud.
I refuse. Does anybody want to
Well, darn.
rap with him in chat?
Rap me in chat. I think we can find better ways to kill a couple minutes than that. Let's get some feedback, Bianco, because I believe you originally intended to have this tournament as a winner takes all. There are no rules, and we want these players to not play this like a normal standard match. How do you think that this went so far?
Terribly. No. I mean, part of it also is the original intent. Like I said, was back when the game was broken as hell, when you
Hmm.
could do all sorts of bugs, when you could get into parts of the maps that you weren't intended to.
Hmm.
Um, Basically, you looked through what the DPL rulebook was, and if you knew the reason for every single entry in there, find the version of the game that had most of those reasons as still existing, and just play it from there. So
Hmm. So could it be a case of the devs have actually done a pretty good job at making at least a moderately secured and safe game? Is the issue?
No, no, you
Okay.
never tell the devs that they did a good job because then they stop trying.
That's true. Reassuring them is the last thing we ever want to do.
Yeah, if you keep the devs nervous and making them think that their game can fall apart at any minute, they'll work even harder. So
There it is. Very good. Very good. All right. Well, I got at in general, but I don't even know where I got at from. It's just gone. It's just gone. Okay. Anyways, so yeah. Yeah. This has been it's been quite the tournament. I have to say. There's been some highs and lows, some ups and downs, but I do think that this is a good a good attempt. I think there's might maybe a few revisions here and there that might need to get made, but I think overall it's been quite the experience.
I
Now,
mean,
how
put
would you see it?
simply, it's fun to play without a little bit of rules, but
Mm.
apparently some people need them rules.
We just need to figure out how to get more admin powers for players. Again, I'm going to throw this out there. I think having a charity event that players spawn in with zero weapons, and then chat gets to donate weapons in for a good cause and help their team out. It'd be really cool.
Ooh, that wouldn't actually be that bad of an idea. Yeah, who's the charity going to though?
I think it would be all the more better if we found like a cancer research institute, so that way that or maybe those with salt deficiencies, a very very niche kind
I
of
was gonna
group. I
say, I
think.
was gonna say, you're saying the game is cancer and we need to fix it. Okay.
Yeah, so it's,
So,
it's like, yeah,
so,
hey, we're fighting cancer by playing and treating it like no. Um,
all right, looks like they are queued up though.
hey,
So
there we
here we
go.
go. Getting into these finals here once it's loaded in. But
Hopefully,
just to
go ahead.
reiterate, Gruber Gang versus Global Breakout, GG versus GB, and we are loading in. So here we go. Just a little bit of breakdown. The defenders, you've seen them: Argo, Sachi, Ender. I am not a sniper. Who was that? What was their name last time? I forget. Um, but they're going to be bringing it up for Global Breakout.
Mhm.
And then now I gotta wait for the game to actually load in before I can see the rest of the names because that's a feature.
Oh, you did all that off of memory. Holy cow! I was just gonna wait until the rest of them booted in. Dang, man, out here got that 5D chess brain.
Oh, and
Sheesh.
Ikazo, I forgot him. But
Mm,
then over for Gruber Gang is gonna be Feral, Cock, Mace, Diag, and Marbles.
excellent.
You gotta pronounce his name like that every time you see it. It's just gotta be Cock,
Cock.
Cock.
That's. Oh, well. Oh, hang on. Attempting to connect to game. Okay. I loaded it in and then my game started to crash. I was like, oh, hang on. Am I getting kicked again? And then, no, just waiting. It's kind of like the, oh, who's that gif of, there's like a lady trying to do like English, education. She's like, please give me cock. I want cock. And it's like, it's supposed to be COKE, but, haha, funny translation memes.
Certain languages, yeah, I could see that being a problem. Like you don't pronounce a certain thing, and you just got to go
Hmm.
with, the next closest thing. Japanese to English. There's a lot of things that you say in English that just don't translate over into a Japanese syllable. I guess you would call it.
Amigos. Yes, but we are loaded in for the grand finals here. We've got Gruber Gang on the attack and GB on that defense. Ikuzo already got himself that mop out.
All right,
And let's take a look.
little map drawings are memeing just a bit too hard here, but
Well, let's. Oh,
well, at least 70% hard, I would say.
not going too hard. All right. Well, I didn't see too much conversation from our attacking team, but it looks like they're going to be heading their way towards outbound. I don't know if do we see a wall charge on any of our attackers? We do. So Marbles has the wall breach. So it is going to be a server farm into Assembly's push. Assuming that all of this works out magically and nothing, catches fire or burns or dies. Oh, Mace kind of called it in and dies. Argo's still up there on the catwalk.
Oh
Or
no!
gets breached. Do we come down to Sachi? No one's called out that Argo's still up there, and they're gonna have to deal with him.
It's like a little
Still,
misplacement there by Farrell. Marvels took him out with the wall charge, I believe.
Cock destroys Ikuzo. Mop is down. Marble's the last man alive. No, they're still not aware of Argo. He's still up there. Oh, okay. Just looking around for him.
Marbles, come on, you can do this. You got this. 50% health. He's got
Marble is
the
haha
AP.
funny. Yeah.
He's got the gun for it, but Argo's just leaning over that ledge, waiting for him to come down.
Oh yeah, he knows about him. All right, he knows about him. They're trying to figure out how to get at him, but there's a minute left. Sachi is just holding the corner, so even if Marbles is able to get some super big brain move like this rotate, doesn't trade. Oh, they were just trying to get the perfect engagement here. Marbles isn't aware of where Sachi is. He could just run into the wrong area and get completely raffle stomped here. Marbles is gonna start sneaking through. He's gonna look for Sachi. Jumps down and gets bonked as he falls. And they've got the clacker now. Uh-oh.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
bad,
Clacker.
bad things can
Uh-oh.
happen. Oh, and remember with zero stream delay, this is like the ultimate way to cheese Clacker.
That is true. And they do okay, so they were able to recover the mop. I think there's like what, maybe one or two more rounds in the mop as Ixo was pretty much just mag dumping that bad boy when the attackers were coming in, but didn't land too many of the shots. I think Argo actually went popped off pretty hard on there.
I missed what happened to Farrell there. It looked like he got a little bit too close to a breaching charge going off and got bopped by that. Uh, I mean, and thing with the breaching charges, it's literally like one footstep away from nothing happens to you till you're dead.
Yeah.
There's no gray area on them really to speak of. It's you're alive or you're dead. So unfortunate for there, but worked out well for GB in the end because they
Mhm.
get the first round. So one step closer to becoming the Banditos of DPL.
Very nice, very nice. So attacking team looking like they're going to be setting up for maybe a 3-2 split here. Good push into beach with good hard breacher rolling into jungle though. And not too much to really to focus on here. I mean, I believe our defensive team still has the mop that they wanted, so they'll be able to utilize that on this very nice. I mean, you can already see the attacking team talking about this really long engagement here, and I mean, just having these support players maybe on the opposite sides to really help ensure that whoever has that mop is going to be able to cover. It's going to be incredibly powerful here. Nice art. Always appreciate the art. Shout out to Sarms. Never for gore. Hmm. Yep, never for gore. Anyways, Ixo's gonna have himself his mop attack or defenders, excuse me. Pretty much plenty of medium to long range. Don't see the auto shoddy. Not too surprised by that, just because unless you're gonna maybe play in near and around pit, it'd be kind of tough. No, we are gonna see the Igmar, so definitely gonna have a lot of long range options here because beach is such an open and exposed area, and whoever's gonna be sitting in castle will have plenty of fun under the sun. Speaking of fun under the sun, our attacking team is going to have themselves a grenade. The Clacker. Speaking of which, where is our clickety clack boy? We do not see them actually utilizing it for this map, so they're going to be saving it for Kill House on the last round.
That's I would say the best thing to do. I mean, the Clacker does not lend itself well to this map. I mean, there'll be a door breach, yeah, we see it on top, but it's not something that
Ooh.
you can take advantage of. Mace getting his toes toasted there just before Ender goes down. He got that molly off onto there.
It is now an NVG map, and Ixo's save or mop, excuse me, is going to have a tough time actually really getting a whole lot done. Farrell going really hard. These attack. Oh, okay, let's say that. Attackers doing a very good job of clearing out a lot of the map. 3 defenders now stuck here in the corner of jungle, and it's going to be a trade game. It's going to come down to these gunfights. Hawk going to throw in a flash, does catch the top right. And we've got one man left, and he does get completely destroyed. So very well done from the attackers here to not utilize too much of their utility. I think only maybe one grenade was used. I don't think that it actually caught anyone. I think it was just to clear out the hidey spot there at the bottom of the stairs. And off we go to Kill House. Very well done.
Yeah, poor Ricasso there. I think when those lights went out, I think that room was just pitch black there where he was.
Yeah.
It wasn't, and he was lost. There was a chance he was looking for that door to get out, but good luck.
Yeah, getting twice flashed and then in the pitch black while you're getting pushed is not exactly the best place you want your mop player to be. But, it is what it is. Kind of surprised that there wasn't really that much support for him. I mean, we were talking about having, 2 players watch him from Castle as he was watching, from beach into into bunkers. Surprised that there was maybe one other player there to support him, but that was about it.
Well, I think he was more defending Ender there up on the top side, but that push just came in so swift through the red door that they breached that Ender, he got his molly off. There was already 2 guys, 3 guys past that. He only burnt Mace like down to 50% health. And then the lights went out so quickly that, poor Ikazu over there with the mop was just like, I don't know what to do.
Well, guess I'll die now.
I guess I'll die now.
Alrighty, decisive lock here as the last map of this quarter of the teams here. We're gonna have, of course, GG or Gruber gang attacking into what is more or less a giant mess of a map. Definitely plenty of opportunities for them to push in. Now, again, want to point out the global breakout does still have that clacker from from the first round that they can utilize. So hopefully they won't be looking at the stream. There's no delay, so if they accidentally pick the right door to hold, it wouldn't be too difficult.
Well, right door to hold. There's only one. Oh wait, no, there are two.
There's
I'm
two.
blind.
It's a 50-50.
There's two. And I'm blind.
That's okay.
But if only those drawings on the map from the other team didn't.
Yeah,
kind
it
of
would be a
hint-
shame though, wouldn't it?
It would be a shame if those drawings were correct.
Well, we'll have to see. Sachi does have the clackers, so he's going to be keeping tabs of club, the looks of it. Yeah, he's going to be keeping tabs of club, but it would be a real darn shame if the defenders happen to look at this stream and notice that the attackers might not be pushing through club. It would be a real shame.
Yeah, Ender's gonna figure this out in just
Ender's gonna figure it out. Bomb goes out, Molotov gets popped, and that flashbang goes the wrong way. Marbles chases down and murders Ender though. And we've got 4 attackers kind of trying to get through this door before anything happens. Marbles manages to hold wallbang, and actually Farrell coming in from reception. Great! Holy cow, that pincer from Farrell. They had no idea that he was sneaking in from reception. And as long as they're able to get the button pressed here, they will have control over this bomb. Farrell coming in for the fattest rotate, gets the door popped, Exgazelle falls down, and so does Sachi. Great push from Farrell.
Don't usually see that just mega flank payoff in such a way, but Farrell was just like, I'm just gonna hold mouse 1 and get 2 kills. I'm gonna do it again, get 2 more.
Press W, click heads, easy game, right? Oh baby, a quad.
Don't let Farrell have that gun anymore. I'm not gonna take it out of his hands. He looks dangerous with it.
No, but that was a fantastic rotate. Basically, they managed to pull all of the defenders towards kitchen, and then there's no way they were going to hear Farrell as the gun trading was going on, and he just slipped up right behind him, teleported, said nothing personal, kid, and just slit their throats. Basically, well done, 4-piece for him. Now the real question is going to be, of course, the attacking usually depending on the map. Obviously, you'll usually see an attacker or defender heavily favored playouts. So in this case, I think we have some attacker favored maps. Obviously, factory was a bit rough. So now, if we can see Great Britain global breakout, maybe have better success here on singular Helos, then we could see quite the upside. But of course, we got quite a few rounds before we can really figure out where the dust settles.
All right, so all the way back around.
Here we go.
Singular Helios. Okay, as far as map names are concerned, not a bad one.
No, that's pretty sweet.
I can dig that. That sounds like official.
It sounds official.
It sounds official.
Yeah.
At least
well, I think. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
At least it doesn't have. What was the one? A receiver. A receiver.
Yeah.
What's a receiver?
Receiver timber.
Are we talking about a person that receives things, or are we talking about an audio-video receiver?
I do know the next map was... Oh, of course, now I'm forgetting it. Heck, that's so embarrassing. That's so rough. Well, it's Kill Dome, but it has, it's something... we can talk about it. We can talk about it when we get there, but it's something it makes sense, I think, on paper, but either way, let's take a look at the map. We do have factory, again, singular Helios. Interesting calls here from the attackers, because we do have 2 separate kind of call-outs, really. They're calling out the barbed wire already, so we might see a bit of a split push, but we also have the red door getting pinged up, and we've got players already calling for dibs on it. I'm curious to see if we might see another if we'll have the Gruber gang sitting up there in that kind of area that Argo was playing in, because Argo did an amazing job sitting on that second floor balcony area and just raining hell on the attacking team.
It's a cheeky spot to be sure, and Mace looks like he's going to be the honorary man to go up there and just rain down with the Gruber. Cock over there with another Gruber as well. Oh, we do have the full Gruber gang. They did
Yeah,
it.
I wanted to point that out, but good eyes. Yes. So
The madmen, they did it.
they're beginning to believe. I want to point out for having a bunch of long-range guns, or for having a bunch of long-range guns, these guys are landing their shots in this little chokepoint here. We do have almost a full stack coming into office. 2 players finally starting to rotate. And Marbles is just having a heyday trying to catch some of these boys. Ixo's now got himself a very nice position with that Saber. And Cox got to be very careful. You got 3 separate attackers trying to push in from the east. However, with that being said, there are 2 from the west. And Cox isn't ready for this. He's going to get flanked. Marbles sees it, but the trade from Ixo, excuse me, with the Saber. And that's it.
So yeah, we saw last round it was Farrell with a 4K. Ikazo this time comes in with a 3K of his own to answer back. So killing streaks are popping off galore right now. Let's hope there's no UAVs or supply packages being called in.
Quite an upset though, as I believe we had a defender sided win, that being our attacking team won their defense on this map. So very big deal, as that's going to be kind of the upset round, if you will. A bunch of Grubers picked up by the attacking team. I appreciate the flex. They're probably like, yo, where's your power weapons? You're like, these are the power weapons.
You don't need an auto shot if you got a Gruber.
Nah, I don't need them. Who needs that when you got your trusty Gruber?
Just wait until dual wielding comes out.
Oh, God.
Well,
Halo 2, is that you?
Why have 1 Gruber when you can have 2 Gruber?
I mean, to be fair, there's, we got the assault Gruber, you got the silent Gruber. Now we need a Gruber with like a 4x, so you can have the aggressive long range Gruber. It's just, hey DPL, I'm looking for some, side hustle money.
Oh gosh. Well, the Gruber that shoots fire. Why doesn't this game just have a flat out flamethrower in here?
That is a very good question, actually, especially since we already have the auto shotgun, and frankly, it's pretty much the same thing.
This is a Flammenwaffe. It wirfs Flammen.
It's Flammen, yeah. Okay, here we go. Hall Praetorian. That was the name. Okay, is it a Praetorian that he specializes in hall combat? Or
No.
Hall like a Praetorian?
It's literally your school's like hall guard. But
oh God.
He's just dressed like a Praetorian.
So you're walking through, you're trying to just go to the bathroom and you just hear, "Hall citizen." Like, oh God, it's the Hall Praetorian. Do you have your hall pass? Yes, it's here. Always true to Kaiser. And then you just hear stomp, stomp, stomp as he like walks off.
Getting way too into this, my friend, but now I'm terrified. And now I also want to maybe go out and create a grade school that has a Hall Praetorian just because.
He is legally obligated to carry a Roman like gladius. So every time someone doesn't have their hall pass, he has the legal obligation to attack them.
Just imagine you're that kid and your friends are like, "So what school do you go to?" It's like, "Oh yeah, I go to Biaco Academy." "Oh man, you got that Hall Praetorian, don't you?" It's like, "Yeah, well at least I don't have Saturn Bear as a mascot." It's like,
oh my God, yeah, seriously. All right, change my mind. If we could flashbang kids in school, I think America literacy rate would just skyrocket.
How are they gonna read though if they're blind?
Well, they'll either read or they're blind. They can pick. Anyways, pretty good split push here. Look, ooh, Mace with the spawn peak. No, he's just throwing barbed wire. Okay, that barbed wire will get destroyed if it does get. If they do decide to actually attack that, the debris from the attack will destroy it. But it looks like it's gonna be a 5-man push on the beach, so nothing too crazy. A pretty sweet smoke actually, even though it doesn't cover the other 2 spots. And we got ourselves a 5-man push onto beach. We only have Grubers. I appreciate that from the game. And all things considered, they're pretty cool. Well, I was gonna say they're doing pretty good, but then poor Cock gets completely clotheslined by the entire attacking team.
Cock tried to yell surprise there, and it just didn't work.
Yeah. Woo! That is some return fire. I tell you what.
When you hear 4 Grubers popping off at once, your ears kind of start to appreciate the finer things in life.
A lot of gun trades. I mean, it makes sense. Our attacking team has arguably the better ranged weapons. Grubers versus AP-25s and a Saber for support. 2 defenders left here as they're going to be trying to hold out the castle. They would have a line of sight. Pretty good Molotov, things considered. It will push the one attacker off that little corner, but Ender is going to be able to stick this. We did get a rotate from Mace, but Ikuzo was ready to just completely destroy him, and that is going to be all she wrote as we move into round 5.
Yeah, I am not a sniper in Nikaza there, just kind of doing the Legolas and Gimli, like counting off how many kills they got and just competing against one another. Everybody else there was just superfluous in that map.
Yeah, rolling with a bunch of side characters when you're in the main characters. It makes you feel pretty good, especially when the scoreboard's got nothing but your name. I do like to see, though, even though it's kind of, our defending team is trying their best, we are still seeing drawings. I always have the strong belief that if you start seeing players stop drawing, as in, they're not discussing, they're not talking, that's usually you can kind of guess the mentality of the team. Still getting some drawings. Good to see, but the attackers really haven't been drawing or dueling all that much. So I don't know if they're just here to play, or if they're really kind of making the calls. You know what I mean?
Well, drawings mean that you've got a high morale rating at the time. When the drawings stop, that means you're either in super serious mode, which, let's be honest, you should not be in right now, as we found out earlier. Or you're in the dumps. You're in the dumps. But the scoreline's close, so no reason to be in the dumps. It's not a 6-0.
Very true. If we can get one defense W, we'll keep it tied moving to the next half, which would be really good for our Gruber gang. But thankfully, we're finally on a map that the Gruber will have some opportunities to shine. Obviously, Factory, not the best map for a Gruber, and Kill Dome has some areas. I think we kind of struggled on that last map just because the base was just line of sighting all the way into the bomb location, which kind of makes it tough for our little Grubers to capitalize. But in this map, defensive lock, they'll have a lot more closer engagements. Hopefully we won't see combat shotguns, or else those Grubers might become mincemeat, but they'll have a better chance.
What is a better chance, though?
They'll last maybe a couple more seconds.
Okay.
Yeah. I do want to point out, Ikuzo has been able to keep the Saber on for every single round, so he's going to be coming into this round as well with Saber. Now, the question is, do we see the Gruber gang on their last round go for any weapons? We did see Mace pick up the auto shotty there for a second, but we have seen no assault, no KRA2Us. We have seen no silenced Grubers, which I want to point out, it's still a Gruber technically. And we haven't seen the mop once. So I wonder if our global breakout team is thinking they're going to see, they're going to see the mop. They're going to see the auto shotty. They're going to see a whole bunch of barbed wire and Molotovs and everything else, but it's just going to be Grubers.
Just Grubers.
Just Grubers. Let's go. Chat, can we get some 1s and 2s? 1s for Gruber gang, 2s if you think Global Breakout's gonna win it. Here we go. We do have ourselves, we got a grenade, we got some charges, so it might be a club push. We do have Sachi with the wall breach, or the wall charge here, so kind of curious to see what they plan to do with this. Most of the team has pretty much stacked up here on club, so they are aware of this push. Marbles immediately backs off. No Molotov, quite surprising. Usually you'll see, if there's no Molotov, the attacker just kind of fall in. Hawk getting completely covered. Once again, Ikuzo gets in. He's going to have line of sight on Marbles if Marbles decides to push again. Barbed wire goes out. Pharaoh gotta be careful. He's getting pushed by not one, not two, but 5 separate members from the attacking team.
Oh, and no, just a hall of death there.
Nothing but death.
Last few rounds have kind of pretty much been that way. He's like, what's around this corner? And it's just like, oh, it's those guys.
Ooh! The defenders, though, managed to pick up 2 of the attackers. We're going to have a rotate. Oh, that Saber. Oh, no, Marbles! Marbles, you traitorous dog! And now there's only 1 man left. He's going to have to make some magic happen. He's going to try and push out against Ikuzo again with the Saber. And now there's only 45 seconds left. He did not stall long enough to get the door open.
Oh, Marbles just threw that right at
Yeah.
Diag's toes.
Rough.
Full on, low shit.
And then he died. Well, rip in chat. 2-4 is going to be our score as we move into the last half of this map and the grand finals of the Lawless tournament. Sachi vibing though with the bomb. So what do you think, Byako, what do you think our Gruber gang needs to do to try and get themselves, back and resituated firmly in the lead here?
I mean, besides using Grubers,
Mm.
I
Well,
think
it is
I
their
think
namesake.
I think they need more Grubers,
Okay.
but they can't. They can't have more Grubers is the problem.
Hmm.
They need like a Gruber primary and a Gruber secondary.
That'd be pretty sweet, actually. I would love to see a settings where you just have you remember in Halo where you could do shoddy snipers?
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet to see. Everyone has the mop and everyone has the auto shoddy. Chaos.
Chaos would be the word for that. Just
All right.
imagine you get somebody in that range of 20 feet, and it's just like, oh no, which gun do I use?
They're too far away to use the auto shoddy, but they're too close to use the mop. All right, I'll
Those,
let you read out this operation because I will make it so scuffed that someone's gonna make a Reddit thread about it.
you can't say Ozymandias,
Ozymandias.
or if you want to do the
I thought it
other
was I was gonna say it was like Osmodius,
Ozym,
but
Ozymandias, either or. But yeah,
what is that? What even is that? Is that a name or is that like a
you don't know our wonderful dev Ozzy?
who? No.
Huh, who? What?
Who? Huh? Who?
Ozzy, that guy that sits up in the rafters on Factory and shoots you, and you don't know why.
Oh, so that's why I keep dying in factory. Okay, that's why. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, it's gonna be. I'm gonna scuff it. Like I heard it, I read it, and now I'm gonna get in trouble for it. Pistol. OPC store. We got ourselves an arcade push. Looks like we're gonna be seeing that from our GBT. Curious to see what Gruber Gang is going to be bringing to the party here. I mean, I won't be too surprised by the gun loadouts. I think that one's pretty obvious. But in terms of the barbed wire placement as well as the Molotov utilization, would be very interesting to see. Argo immediately opens the door, and I believe we're going to be seeing the grenade to clear that barbed wire. But what's fascinating is our defending team didn't Molotov it at all. So Cock's going to go ahead and back off. Molotov's still in hand. The storefront does get open, but nothing too crazy. Great Molotov, though, from Cock. Gets some nice toasted feet. Marbles tries to go for the pincer. And we've got two, not pinned, but in a really rough spot, attackers here. In off. Still trying to hunt around, maybe find one extra person. Mace goes for a fat peek on the outside of storefront. Doesn't find anyone, and Sachi misses the rotate, so they're going to find each other now. And gun trade. Sachi gets the better end of it. Ikuzo's still in a pretty good spot, and Sachi gets a double for his trouble in arcade/tellers. And all that's left is one man, one dream, as Long doesn't find Ikuzo at the same time. And there you go. That's going to be rough. That's going to put our attacking team in a very solid lead, as Gruber Gang needs to get themselves better situated here, or they're going to have a really rough time for these last couple rounds.
Yeah, right now it's a bit of a runaway in the case of GB over here. They could just close us out very easily if they want to. But as we've seen before, there's always a chance for fuckery to happen when there's a team on the runaway. But I am pleading the fifth here. I am not gonna be doing anything naughty at all. My hands are off the keyboard.
No, naughty.
I'm off. I'm not even touching the keyboard. I'm just zooming in with my mouse and scrolling around a bit. Promises.
Right. I liked Mace's peek to try and catch Ikuzo. The only thing I wish he would have noticed is maybe if he had checked tellers right before he had done that, because I mean, obviously we're looking at the 20,000 feet in the air and we can see everything at the same time. But I wish he would have noticed that Ikuzo was out there and maybe he would have caught Sachi. I mean, it would be a damn shame if he had the stream open. It'd be a real damn shame to know that kind of information because it's not like there's, oh, we didn't. I don't think that. Did we put a delay? I don't think there was a delay, right?
Well, there's always like a little bit of a natural delay,
Right,
uh,
right. Because internet. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but intentionally any delay, no. Like
Ooh,
I think it's like
ooh.
5
You gotta be
seconds.
careful. Someone might be able to. I don't know. Watch the stream and spawn peaks. That'd be. Gotta be careful
We
about
have
that.
we have honorable players. They would never
Of
do that.
course, of course.
Why would we insinuate such things about the wonderful members of our community?
Absolutely. Voracious Fang is going to be our next map here. So we have C Store, Factory, and then I didn't see the last one if it was Kill House or not, but just I'm looking up the word voracious just to make sure I understand this one because I'm fairly confident is wanting or devouring great quantities of food. So how
Gracious?
so
Oh
how
yeah.
does a Fang consume? Yaka, let me ask you that.
Well, carefully. I don't know. Maybe it's like a vampire thing.
What if what if you
Maybe,
get
so
like
you
a nail clipper and you have to like every time you want to eat, you have to clip off some of your teeth to consume.
I was hoping you weren't going to say toenails to eat. So that's
Yeah, bet.
you go to a fancy restaurant and the waiter comes by and
Mhm.
it's just like
Yeah.
more toenails, sir, and he like grinds a little into your food.
It's just like the Olive Garden, the Mott's cheese. Just keep piling it on, sir.
Say when, and it's just like keep going. Come on. I know what I'm about.
Brother, I know what I'm about. I came here for this specifically. Oh, righty. Oh God. Anyways, Voracious Fang. We've got very again. It's factory, so very open space. A lot of catwalks for toxic. We do have two red doors, one for toxic, one for office, and then of course the natural dock doors. Power in office, not impossible to try and push for, but it does
you,
look like
you got to
our.
go a long way to get to that.
That is true. That's quite the trudge.
They are sending Sachi around. Sachi might be making a run for it.
Well, Ixo's gonna plant, so they're gonna go for an office push. Yeah, he planted on the red door for office. Clickety clack. Nope, they're gonna wait their time for it, I guess. All right, well, there it is.
It's gonna
Goodness.
be because
And he gets him. Oh my.
Cock is just not having a good day. He's
No.
kind of getting dicked on a bit by.
Well, what's fascinating? If we can talk about this, we had one guy here, and they were both trying to get Ixo at the exact same time, and it was amazing that Ixo managed to keep his calm and still close out Cock. Like that's impressive, frankly.
I mean, he took the punishment for it. I mean, in
Mhm.
theory, he lost that fight in terms of how much health he gave up. He lost
Right.
over 100 health, but that's that attacker boon of having just a little bit more meat on your shoulders going into
Yeah,
this.
all that extra stamina to just really push and thrust yourself into that office against two separate players at the exact same time. I mean, that's commitment to really go, all the way in there and just push. Especially when all those rounds are just spraying around your face and just, absolutely pandemonium.
It's a shame that we can't get Gruber Gang to reciprocate some of those motions,
Mm,
start getting their frags off early and swiftly, because if you don't get into the action and you're just flying in at half
mhm,
mass, there's just
mhm.
no chance that you're going to come through on top of that round. Just being a bottom all the time is what nobody needs.
Yeah, no one likes when, there's clearly a real dominant force and you're just basically just watching a beating. I mean, just the only person that died for the attacking team, Argo, maybe he kind of slipped up a little bit and thought about it, but you would think a man named Cock would be really just pushing in and trying to punish the his opposition.
I think we're done.
Oh, I can't wait to get a report about that one. Anyways, moving on to this is what? It's 5-2?
6-2, I'm
6 Oh
afraid.
god, 60, so it is match point. Alright, so it is do or die. Gruber Gang's gotta make something happen on. It's gonna be Kill Dome.
Disdainful Kingdom. Yeah, I can go with that name.
That's a good name. That's a pretty good name.
It's a good name.
Hmm.
Let's see, what would that be? New Jersey?
Yeah,
Oh wait, no,
basically.
Philadelphia. We gotta.
I don't know. Have you ever been to New Jersey?
No, thankfully.
So I actually I'll keep my joke to myself on that one.
Hmm.
Uh,
Never, never been to Jersey.
you're not missing much. It's think of like Florida, except everyone thinks that they're actually right about things.
They don't do that in Florida. I mean, let's be
Not
honest.
really.
At least it's not like Oklahoma or Kansas, where it's like it's only really cool to be there if there's like a tornado going on.
That's true. Well, I mean, like, what else is there in Kansas besides like tornadoes and maybe crack?
Um,
Corn, maybe?
I don't even know what they grow there. I guess it's corn.
I would just, I mean, I would assume like I think they're kind of like the Idaho of like the slightly middle states.
I think Kansas is still middle class enough to be more of a heroin state, though.
Oh, they're too classy for crack cocaine. All right, fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think like the central states of the U.S. like beef over like who's the coolest middle state when like none of them are actually that popular?
Well, as somebody from Missouri, I can tell you there is not a lot of cool stuff here.
But like, do you think like North and South Dakota beef over which is the better Dakota?
I think they just complain over or brag about who had the worst winter or something.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, I couldn't even begin to tell you.
No, I mean it could happen. Well, here we go. Okay, we actually have a bit of a switch up here from the Gruber gang. We've got shotguns, lights are off, and it is going to be a pure. Well, there's only like one silenced Gruber and a auto shotty here for the defending team, but Ixo completely destroys one as again that saber has NVGs attached to it, so it's not the end of the world for him. Sachi and Argo destroy. Who was that? It was Mace, I believe. Yeah, it was Mace. And
Ooh,
Cock finds one. So Cock finally gets, I think that was his first kill in 8 rounds here. So well done. Pistols trade out. Argo does take a bit of damage. Farrell and Dagre gonna be just holding off. Oh, that was a great flash. Completely destroys Cock. 3 people left here on the attacking side. Ixo with the double flash and no, just double flash. Argo's gonna actually put down the grenade, I think. And 2 defenders gonna try and make their way in. Ender though can't get over yet without the crosswalk or the that bridge. Doesn't know where the bridge is. I think. I all that's left is Farrell. Farrell's gonna have to make a 1v3 clutch with the auto shotty, or it is going to be game over here for Gruber Gang. It
these
could be
angles are coming
GGG.
into play. Half health right now on Farrell as well.
Oh, that grenade, and that's that.
Oh no, he went for it, but that'll do it. We are not going to do any goofy stuff here. The only chance would be if Argo just voluntarily takes his finger off of the button. But no,
Nope.
that'll be it. That'll be it. No more dreams, no more memes. It will be Global Breakout as your Lawless Cup champions.
Yay!
Good old
I'm
seven to
not using my
two.
hands to clap.
Neither am I.
Oh.
All right. So, what did you think about the Lawless Cup? Honestly.
Well, I think there's definitely some room for improvement.
Oh,
I would
yeah, definitely. Or a room to make it room a lot worse.
Yes, I think that's the case of I maybe having one extra support player inside the casters group to be a bit more liberal, if you will, with what is occurring on the match. As you know, everyone likes a very close match, but also everyone likes to see auto shotties, just auto shotties. So I think maybe for the next one, I would really enjoy seeing something like that. But I think all things considered, hopefully the spirit of the Lawless, tournament was not lost. I definitely enjoyed it, and thank you for having me for this entire tournament, Biako. I was thinking of maybe getting one or two chances to cast with you, but I appreciate the opportunity for this whole thing.
Well, of course. So, let me ask you this: what would
Yeah,
you think of tournament where we could have input from Twitch chat that actually affected the game?
oh, that'd
Like
be
if enough
fantastic. Love it.
enough people just said, oh yeah, give the defenders, a whole bunch of auto shotties. Type in
Hmm.
that command, spam it in there, and all of a sudden a bot in the game would be like, you know what? That sounds like a good idea.
I think that'd be a great idea. Real quick though, before we do close out, want to give a very large shout out to our production team who has helped with this and stuck by us the entire time. Tetra and Roach, thank you both for your support through this whole thing. Of course, gotta give support to the real MVPs of this. We're just a bunch of puppets making noise.
Oh yeah, so it was pretty fun though. I had my enjoyment out of it. The
Good,
memes were
good.
good. And I hope the teams did too. And most importantly, I hope our viewers had just a little bit of fun as well because they are the ones that keep this gravy train rolling. If you want to call it gravy, I don't know. Cock might have spoiled the batch there.
Absolutely. Any closing thoughts, comments before we close out, Bianco?
I'll
How'd you
try
think
not to
it went?
think.
How'd you think it went?
I thought it was okay. I think people need to understand that we're just here for fun. We're just here for
Mhm.
memes. Stuff goes south. Have a laugh on it. Okay. Don't take everything too seriously.
Mm. Very, very, very insightful.
It's like life. Don't take life too seriously. It can be fun too.
Just gotta grab it by the shaft and just never let go.
You know it.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, again, thank you for setting this up, Yako, and again, thank you to everyone that was here for the tournament, played in the tournament, attended the tournament, and or watched the tournament. You guys are fantastic as always. So, thank you, everyone.